thank you to the parents, faculty, and staff of Charlottesville Catholic School, and congratulations to the class of 2017. You know, I actually just saw in the program that I'm referred to as Mr. Danny O'Day. I gotta say, it's weird being called Mr. for the first time in the same gym I almost broke my nose in playing dodgeball 9 years ago. But for those of you that don't know me, I am just Danny O'Day. And if that last name sounds familiar, it's probably because there has been as many as 5 of us running around here at any point, including my very own little brother Brian, who's graduating tonight. Let me just say, to start off, that it's very odd standing up here for you today. Not for the least of which, because 7 years ago, I was sitting in these seats where these young men and women are right now. And I never would have imagined that 7 short years later, I would be up here in this incredible position. Another reason that this is a little surreal for me is because I have friends who can attest to this, I have always been extremely cynical about graduation speakers. Whenever I sit through a graduation, I always turn to whoever's next to me and say, just get a load of this guy. Just gets up there and talks about himself for 10 minutes, and then we have to applaud. So when I got this opportunity, I finally understood the real allure of the job. I get to stand up here for 10 minutes and talk about myself. And you guys have to applaud. How great is that? I'm still looking for a job. You know, I actually remember being in 8th grade here vividly. One of my best memories is also one of the last ones of that year. 2 of my best friends, Elizabeth Lewis and Lily Armando, and I actually snuck out during the afternoon. We were supposed to be helping with field day and spent that afternoon exploring. We found a storage room that we had never seen before, and on the wall in permanent black Sharpie, we wrote our initials and the date. And actually, before coming up here to speak tonight, I went and checked, and they're still there. So I was actually told not to reveal the location of this room, so as to not inspire any of these young men and women, but it's good to know that we really did leave our mark in this school. In all seriousness, though, it is an absolute honor to be here in front of such a distinguished class. And I know that I am extremely lucky to play a small part in what is a truly big day. But keep in mind that anything I say from here on out, you are all absolutely free to completely disregard. After all, advice ought to come from experience, and my experience is that of a life not even half yet lived. So who knows, in 5 years I might look back and shake my head and say, boy, what a fool. But for now, this is the best I've got. So, as Miss M once said of me, at this very stage, at this very event, I have a lot of opinions, and I'm not afraid to share them. So here we go. Now, I believe that the most important part of life is finding your principles and sticking to them. My principles revolve around 5 important words. The first word is empathy. And I have a secret that I've learned, and it's empathy is a skill. Now, there is a difference between a talent and a skill. A talent is a gift. It's something that you are given to from God, something that you're born with, and something that you naturally excel at. A skill, though, a skill is something that you work for, something that you develop over time. Anyone can have any skill that they put that work in for. Empathy is a skill. To develop it, all you need to do is look around to those near you and try to understand the lives that they live. You can always spare time to listen to someone you love, and sometimes that's all that they need. Use this work to reach out to those around you and share in their sadness but their joy as well. Now this brings me to my second word, which is consistency. Love is not shown in bursts. You don't love someone on their birthday, you love someone and it's their birthday. The strongest relationships in your life ought to be built on consistent displays of love. Do not ever be afraid to go out of your way to help someone you care about, even if it is something as simple as getting 2 drinks out of the fridge instead of 1, or not drawing attention to a chore you did before you were asked. Use this word to show those around you how deeply your care for them goes. The third word I live my life by is potential. This, as some of you know, is my single least favorite word in the English language. As a dear friend and mentor of mine once told me, all potential means is that you haven't done everything that you can yet. Use this word as a call to action, and always strive, not just to reach, but to exceed that potential. The fourth word that is important to me, and this is a fun one, is failure. I urge all of you, each and every single person in this room, to fail. Fail. Do it early, do it often, and do it well. Fail at something that means something to you. Then get up and fail again. And in your failure, know that you did something that most people never do, and that is try. Use this word as a mark of pride to distinguish yourselves from those who remain beside the fray, never failing, but never trying. Now the final word that I have for you all tonight is also the most important: education. None of the rest of the words matter unless you use them to learn. Empathize, and learn what it means to look at the world from a different point of view. Be consistent, and learn what it means to build strong relationships. Strive for your potential, and learn all that you can do. Fail, and learn who you are, and how to succeed. Education should always be your #1 priority, but make sure never to mistake schooling for education. There is so much more to be learned than what can be taught in the confines of a high school classroom. Never turn down an opportunity to truly and deeply learn. Now these are my 5 words, but I urge all of you to come up with lists of your own. And I'm almost done, I promise. But before I go, I want to speak directly and exclusively to the class of 2017. I was told I could come down off the stage for this, so I will. So I actually remember sitting where you all sat 7 years ago. Now, I remember the joy, the fear, the anxiety, the excitement, all rolled into one amazing evening. It was pretty incredible. But I thought to myself, what I wish someone had told me when I was your age. And this is what I wish I had heard. You all have questions ahead of you, and they should excite you. Very different questions you have to answer than your parents had, or even myself at your age. And although it seems almost rude of me to add more questions to the mix, I'm going to, and I hope you consider these as well. Where would you go if you couldn't post a picture? What would you get involved in if it wouldn't affect your chances of getting into the school or job of your dreams? And who would you talk to if you could only write to them? Go there, do that, and talk to those people. Climb your mountains, not to plant your flags, but to breathe in the crisp, clean air you will find in the sun. And plant your flags. And when you stand on the peak, stand tall, not so the world may see you, but so you may see the world in all of its glory. And know that your hands, scarred and calloused though they are, wrinkled and gnarled though they may become, they are yours and will be forever, and no one can take that away from you. Use them to build for yourselves the world in which you wish to live, not so you may write an excellent college ad, but because the world is worth investing in. But hey, like I said, these are just the opinions of one young, naive man. So you are completely free to disregard them. But more than anything, I want to say, congratulations, good luck, and have fun. You've earned it. Thank you for watching.